Welcome back, terrestrials, to another installment of Nostalgic Movie Reviews. In this episode, I'm doing one of my favorite childhood movies. I mean, I've laughed countless hours at this movie. Everybody I know loves it. And if you don't, please tell me why in the comments section. But before we get into it, please subscribe, like, share our videos. It helps with our algorithm, gets us out there to new people maybe looking for some weirdos talking about movies, and it costs you nothing, and we greatly appreciate it. So, with that being said, let's hop into it. Wayne's World. Now, eventually I'll do Wayne's World 2, but Wayne's World 1 is the one that stands out to me. These Saturday Night Live characters come to life. Laura Michaels gives them their own movie, and they nail it. It is just campy and silly. The product placements, it's just insane. And the funny thing about it is they're doing product placements while making fun of product placements. So it's a really smart way to fund your movie and do product placements while also looking like you're just making fun of them. But I love this movie to death. It's a simple concept. Some guys have like a little local access TV channel where they talk music, and Dana Carvey just holds drumsticks, and Wayne just plays his little guitar. And then sleazy scumbag Rob Lowe. And by today's standards, you think like Rob Lowe is a sleazeball. Well, at that time, I think he was. But anyways, we all love him now. His character in this movie is great. He plays the slime ball TV exec that hits them with a contract that is no good for them. It'll basically lose them their rights to the show and all of their creative rights. And, it's the trials and tribulations of being awesome. This movie is quoted so much. It's like part of the vernacular of today's world. I know a lot of people still go swing, whether they should or not, that's debatable, but, I know a lot of people still do. The infamous Bohemian Rhapsody song, that whole sequence. The movie is just a lot of fun, and I love it. So I sat down, rewatched it, and I'm going to tell you, if you don't take the movie seriously and you just go watch it to have fun and just giggle at how silly it is, then you're going to love it too, if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, then yeah, it holds up. Definitely go rewatch it. It's silly. It's just, it's lighthearted comedy. And I find myself looking for nostalgic things more so because comedy has changed so much, and there's so many attacks on comedy that I find myself wanting to go back to older comedy when it was simpler and more lighthearted, and it was just silly. So yeah, this does a lot of favors for my my nostalgia bone. Big fan of it. I love it a lot. It holds up. The characters are hilarious. And like I said, eventually I'll get to Wayne's World 2, and we'll talk about, the whole Motorhead, the concert, all that stuff. But this one's where it started, so I wanted to start it with this one. Even though Wayne's World 2 I remembered a little bit better, it was a little bit fresher in my head because, Lemmy was in it, and, the whole Jim Morrison sequence, and just the idea that they're going to put on this big concert. Yeah, so I mean, Aerosmith, Pearl Jam shows up. It's like the foundation of this one, and then they were like, let's see how much more silly we can get. So I will be getting to that eventually, I'm sure, but I wanted to start with this one. I love it very much, both these movies. So they're very nostalgic to me. I rewatched this one. It holds up. Have no fear. Rewatch it. Show it to your kids. It's funny. It's an hour and a half SNL skit, So if you find that kind of stuff funny, then you'll find this funny. It's improvisation, it's silly, it's just, more or less wholesome fun. So as far as stars, unlike American Pie, I couldn't star that one. This one I'm gonna go ahead and star. I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. And I think you know where I'm going with Wayne's World 2. So see if you're correct when that video appears. But yeah, rewatch it. It's safe to watch. It's not going to destroy the nostalgia in any way. It's still just as fun and as silly. So again, like, subscribe, share. Thank you for watching the video, and we'll see you next time.